like, share, and subscribe to my channel.
Pressure, pure pressure, often applied before we see it, but always in the way we need it. Cultivating and creating, building abilities both seen and heavily felt, making you feel all the real without forgetting the fake. It's all on you how much of it you can take. That's pure pressure. I always start, by just checking on my people, a little pre-show guide before we get into it. How your week been so far? It's almost over. Well, today we talking about entanglements. That's today's subject. Lou, check the station, bro, because I was trying to play the station. You know I always try to play the station when I'm on live. Yeah, it's about that time. About that time we talk about some entanglements. Hey. Hey. Yeah, see, that's the thing about pure pressure. I'm very raw. So, I give a full disclaimer. If you're not over 21, really if you're not over 25, this probably not even a place for you, because the conversations that we be having, they not for the churn. It's not for the churn. Not at all. Welcome to PurePressha podcast. It is episode 8. Y'all know we had to run it back. We had some things going on. The internet was not trying to let us be great. What up? The internet done kicked me off like 3 different times, y'all. I done went to Facebook and came back. Like, they playing with me today. They is playing with me today. Thank you, love. I already started, the celebrity topics on Facebook Live. I'm trying to do something different. I'm trying to do part of the show on Facebook and part of it on TikTok, so I can bring it together. Y'all know I do the editing and all that stuff to add it to YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. So we just tried something new today. Welcome in. Hey, what up? So anyway, I was getting into how we were saying rest in peace to Toni, to Toni Braxton's little sister, or older sister, I should say, Tracy Braxton. I'm sorry, is that the little sister? Isn't Toni the oldest sister, y'all? I'm confused. Hey, my love. Thank you for joining. There's discrepancies about her last arrangements. She, from her family's perspective, she chose to be immediately cremated. They're now saying her husband has held a public viewing on Zoom. Like, what kind of mess is that? Okay, I thought so. Like, how do y'all go against her wishes in the end? And, how you just doing a Zoom? Like, the family, if you paid any attention to Braxton family values, they never really fuck with him. They don't like him for real. So it could just be them coming out against him just because they don't rock with him. But we know, if you watch the show, that Tracy won't really feeling her family a lot of times. So let's not hold that up. Art of Noise tickets are going on sale on tomorrow for Redman and Method Man. Hey, my baby. Y'all better tap in. If you don't know, the Art of Noise be like that, okay? This one is going to be June 18th at Brown's Isle. It's lit. Y'all already know. It's lit. The Oscars were this weekend. Samuel L. Jackson got his first Oscar, which is crazy because he should have definitely gotten an Oscar and plenty other awards by now. I definitely did not know that. With everything else that we're going to talk about that happened during the Oscars, nobody really paid attention to the fact that he was presented with his first Oscar, and by Denzel Washington, which is major. Now, let's get into what the fuck really... Hold on. Let's talk about what really happened. Okay? Alright? So, Will Smith got his first Oscar as well. However, before he got jiggy... No, I'm joking. But before he got his award, Chris Rock does what he does. He gets up there. He's making his little jokes. Everybody knows that G.I. Jane, has the ball cut. And Jada has come out, and expressed what's going on with her and her condition with alopecia and things like that, which is a serious condition. It's an autoimmune system condition. So let's not take away from that. So Chris Rock made a joke about it. Will was not feeling it and got up and smacked shit out of him. Okay? Smack fire on Chris Rock and proceeded to walk down fixing his clothes, and set his ass down. Like he said that like ain't nothing happened. Now, the Academy originally came out and said that they asked Will to leave after he slapped Chris Rock, and Will was like, y'all know what I came for. I ain't leaving till I get my award. Y'all got me confused. At this point, Will is all the way back in West Philly. And I know y'all seen all the memes and all that stuff. And I know y'all tired of it. But it was funny. You can't act like it was not funny. But it is a bigger issue here. There are a lot of people, and y'all know Pressure gonna get her opinion. And if you have an opinion, or if you have something you like to say, feel free to join. I'm always open to other people's perspective. PurePressha podcast is not just about me. This is about everybody, about addressing real stuff and saying how we really feel. But don't get up here if you're not going to really be real. Okay? If you're not willing to listen, if you're not on the subject, we're not doing all that extra. But from my perspective, I don't feel like Will did anything wrong. Because all the memes from the Red Table Talk, all the memes of him when he out here with his people that she allowed him to see and all that stuff. Y'all been playing with that man for a long time. Okay? This, now, mind you, it may have been some misplaced anger, but also there's footage as well of Chris Rock previously picking on his wife and Will ain't say nothing. And, there's also previous, footage that shows Will picking on someone. So it's not to say that he doesn't have his faults and his flaws and all of that. However, this man in particular, y'all been coming to that man for the last 2 years. During the whole panoramic, during the whole pandemic, we've been roasting Will. It's all types of memes of this man crying about disentanglement. Okay? And y'all know that's what we here to talk about today. But anyway, they said that they asked him to bring his award, to leave, and he refused. But it's now coming out that was a lie. That it was actually the complete opposite, and that they told him he could stay. So why are we lying? See, it's already enough that he has to deal with just by doing this, and on the scale that he did it, where he did it, in front of whom he did it. However, y'all choose to take the opportunity to add more insult to injury and put more on him, take more from him, and say that y'all asked him to leave and he refused. Now he's facing all of these different stipulations and all this disciplinary action, but y'all lied. So who's getting disciplined for that? Because y'all lied on that man's name. Y'all, the same thing that I was talking to y'all about Monique. Talking about they two this and they two that, putting all this extra sauce on what the situation was. Y'all bald-faced lied and said the man refused. So that makes other people that may have wanted to work with him like, oh, if something comes up, he's not agreeable. If we ask him to leave, he's not going to leave. When, in fact, you all never asked him to leave. What about that? But, you know what I'm saying? That's their business. But I'm always going to speak my piece. And y'all dead wrong for that. Yeah, he might have been wrong for, like I said, doing what he did at the time he did. But y'all been playing with Will for a long time. Okay? Now, speaking of playing with Will, we here to talk about entanglements. Okay? Because he's not the only one out here in these situationships. Or with somebody dealing with a situationship. Because their marriage is what their marriage is. Y'all know my perspective of a relationship is your agreement between you and your partner or partners. Whatever y'all sit down and say that y'all agree to, this is what we're doing. This is what I'm okay with. This is what you're okay with. Okay, this is what we're bringing together. That is, you know what I'm saying, your relationship. Nobody else has the right to determine what that looks like for y'all. Nobody has the right to determine if this is okay, if that's not, if this is right. No. Because when you're living by someone else's rules, that's when you're miserable. That's when you're in situations where people get in marriages and long-term relationships that they're not happy in and end up cheating or leaving or some worse. Just keep it a buck and say, listen, this is what I like and this is what I don't. Now, the definition of entanglement, and y'all know that they done had to, you know what I'm saying, add some extra spice. But the definition I found is a complicated or compromising relationship or situation, also considered as a situationship. We didn't all been in a situationship. If you haven't been in a situationship, keep living. Okay? That's some shit my mom would say, but for real. It's more common than you think, because with all the different stigmas and all the different issues and all the different things that are coming out with sexuality and just choice and just guidelines and how women are looking at men and men are looking at women, it seems easier. It really does. And that's, again, my opinion. But yeah, you know, and everybody know Jada and August was out here, you know what I'm saying, doing what they was doing, whether Will knew or not. We don't know for sure if he knew or not. Now, Will did come out and say that he did not give him permission. Like, he ain't sit down and have a conversation with him. But, you know, he more than likely gave Jada the okay. So, at some point, he gave permission. But everybody was tripping off the fact that Jada described their relationship or situationship as an entanglement. And it's crazy to me because in this day and age, you would think people would be more open-minded and more understanding to things. We rather just laugh, it seemed like, you know what I'm saying, than really understand and sit down and understand the complexity of somebody being honest and saying that this is what they do. Now, they've never really admitted to having an open relationship, but we've seen Will out here with a couple of people. Okay? I'm going to be, adding stuff to PurePressha.com so y'all can check it out. You know what I'm saying? Some articles and things I found. Of course, I'm going to put the links so y'all can see the sources that it comes from, because those are not my articles, and y'all not going to hold me to that. Okay? That's just what Google provides. We not even going to do that. I always tell y'all, I'm going to provide you some resources, but do your own research. Period. Even when you being messy and checking gossip. Okay? But a lot of times I've noticed, like in situationships, you're pretty much getting everything that you would get in a regular relationship without the pressure, without having to worry about, well, if I do find somebody else that I'm in, that I like or that I'm interested in, not entertain them, I'm not cheating on someone because technically I'm not in a relationship. Now, do situationships work? That's a different story. Okay? Because I've heard different perspectives. I've heard of situationships that have lasted and some that have not. Now, y'all know I always got a story time for y'all about something. So, I'm going to give y'all my story time about my situationship. I'm going to give you about my longest situationship because I ain't gonna lie, I've had a couple of situationships because I decided I'm not just jumping in a relationship for real right now. I'm just going to enjoy my life because people crazy. And the dating pool got a lot of manure in it. But anyway, so my longest situationship is 17 years. Now, of course, that was not continuous or whatever, but that's the longest I have had that type of situation with one person. And it's crazy because this could be the person I'm supposed to be with for the rest of my life. It could definitely be the person. However, it could not be. You know what I'm saying? I accepted on both ends. It started when I was 17 years old. And it's like, of course, when you're 17, you don't know what's going on. You all puppy. But what I can say about the person that I had that situation or have that situation, whatever you would like to call, they were always very honest with me. And I appreciate that. I respect the fact that that's one of the only men that I can ever say was completely honest with me. Like 100% honest, whether I liked it, whether it hurt, whatever. He did not care. He was gonna always keep it a buck with me, and that's probably why we still had a friendship we have now. But it, of course, feelings developed. I spoke on them. He wasn't trying to do that, so I ended up in other relationships during the time. And and a lot of times when you have these type of situations, you don't really think about the other person's feelings. You don't recognize if you're hurting them or things that you do affect them. And in this situation, I can definitely honestly say that was the case, unfortunately. I did not recognize that, even though they may not have expressed their feelings the way that I do, they had feelings as well. And of course, it came out later. There were conversations that I had that I recognized, damn, like, that's messed up. Like, I won't even trying to make you feel that way. I would never want you to feel that way because that's my dog. And I had to recognize that. I also recognize that now where I am in my life and the things that I value, that because that person has so many of the qualities that I like and that I would like, that I can continue to be the way that I was. So it's either I gotta accept what it is or move on. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, otherwise shit could get crazy. Shit could get goofy. And that's why I say sometimes situationships can work, sometimes they cannot, because I don't care what nobody say. 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10 for real. Somebody's gonna catch feelings. If not both. And even, you know, if you're in a situationship long term like that, like, yeah. Both parties gonna have some type of feelings, whether they're expressed or not. And that's when it get messy. Like in the situation with Jada and August, like, we can see that August was the one that kind of was a little more in his feelings, and he still is, because he's still out here making posts after Will slapped Chris Rock. But that is only because everybody keeps bringing up, well, you slapped Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying? Because he made a joke about her, but you ain't slapped August when he was out here making songs. You know, this is the thing. That's probably why he did it. That's what I'm telling y'all. This been building up. Y'all been playing with that man for forever. Y'all been playing with that man for forever. From back into Men in Black, from getting jiggy with it, all that. Y'all been playing with that man top. He told y'all, West Philadelphia, born and raised, goddammit. He not playing with y'all. Philly is not something to play with at all. Like, y'all gotta know that. Like, y'all been playing with him too long. He's not having no parts of it. He's not. Will is done. And like I said, you know, situationships can be a healthy dynamic if you all have an understanding and everybody can abide by that. But if you're in a long-term situationship, I don't see it happening. What up, Lou? Like, it's just not feasible. Like, they're going to be emotional connection. First of all, to be in that type of dynamic with somebody for long term, y'all gotta have some type of emotional and physical connection. And then you get to know people more. You become accustomed to their ways. You're not even realizing that you're building that bond with them. It's going to happen eventually, because we're all human and we all have emotions. Yeah, you know, I like hoodies and socks. My birthday coming up, y'all. Tomorrow begins, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even getting to that. I'm going to get into that in a minute. Because y'all see, it's about to go down. I'm about to be outside. I'm about to be in Houston. I don't think they ready for how I'm coming. Because I ain't coming in Houston how I be coming in Richmond. Know this. Okay? But, I just feel like you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody eventually is going to come out, like, and that's why it's called an entanglement, because y'all intertwining things that, and the crazy part is, in those situations, you might keep it realer with the person you're in a situationship than you would with somebody in a relationship, because you really not thinking about their feelings in that way. You're not worried about whether or not this is gonna hurt them, or I gotta say it this way to make her feel comfortable or make him feel better or not emasculate him. You're not really thinking about that. You just talking to your dog. It takes away that pressure, but you're not realizing you don't know where that person is as far as friend, you know what I'm saying, their feelings are. You don't know what you said or what you shown that person that could have impacted them differently. And even if they're not speaking on it, you got to pay attention to when things switch. And when people don't pay attention, that's when niggas is out here making songs. August said, oh, you gonna be out here telling people you weren't in a relationship with me, you was just an entanglement? Cool. The definition of entanglement. Bruh said, man, I had you speaking in tongues. You not ready to play me to the left for these people? You not ready to do it? You're not. Okay? Anyway, if y'all decide to get involved in a situationship or an entanglement, just make sure that you're clear on what your rules and your boundaries are. Make sure that you're clear about what you want, what you don't want, what you expect, what you don't expect, and stand on it. Like, you have to stand on your boundaries. It's necessary. Something that was said to me earlier this week, which is something that I always thought about, but I've never really had someone say it, is manipulation hates boundaries. If you feel like you can't express that to someone, you can't tell someone how you really feel, then you are being manipulated. If anytime you try to express how you feel, you're getting pushed back, or you're being told that those feelings are not valid. No one can tell you what you feel. Whether or not that's what their intention was, they can express that, but they can't tell you what you feel. And if you genuinely feel that way, then that's what that is. And that's period. So don't get entangled and then be being crazy when you could have just had a conversation. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, this week's herb of the week is cinnamon. Cinnamon has quite a few benefits. You can burn it if you're on your spiritual journey. Then you can research it, but of course I tell you to research it. But it can actually enhance any spells that you may be working on, or if you're doing any type of candle work or anything to try to bring forth something. If you have the intentions you're trying to set, cinnamon is definitely there to enhance whatever that is spiritually. It can assist with brain health, arthritis relief, anti-clotting, blood clots and things like that. Coli fighting. It can fight coli. If you don't know what that is, the information will be on PurePressha.com. Lower cholesterol, cancer prevention, antibacterial. It is high in nutrients. It can help with yeast infections and blood sugar regulation. And I know in our community that is something that a lot of us need to pay more attention to. So don't be playing with it. I always suggest that the natural ways, the herbal ways, are the best. That's the best medicine. He gave it to us for a reason. Take advantage of it, because being on medication is not where it's at. The crystal of the week is selenite. If you all have seen my pendulum bowl that I put my crystals and things like that in, that it's a white stone. It can come in different forms and spheres, and just the non-refurbished stones or refurbished, be shiny, things like that. But it's really like a smoky white. And it is the crystal of the week. So the chakras that it works with are your brow chakra or your crown chakra, ether. The elements that it's attached to are wind, spiritual flows, energy from your angels and higher self for better communication, for physically blocks dense energies and enhances high vibrations in the body to heal any physical traumas, and emotionally helps you to stay out of your comfort zone and keep you growing along your journey of life. Selenite is something that you should definitely have to cleanse and to bring balance to everything, even your other crystals. A lot of people have what are called selenite boards or bowls. Mine is a little smaller. I need to upgrade it at this point because my crystal collection has definitely grown. But I use it after I cleanse, just to bring balance back into the stones, back to what the original intention of each stone is. Again, do your research. Make sure that you get the form of it that works best for you and what you're looking to do with it. Don't just take my word for it. Now, the sex position of the week is the Catherine wheel. This way may require some twisting and turning to get in position. To begin with your partner, one partner sitting with their legs crossed, and then have the other straddle them, placing their legs around the torso, around your stomach. The original partner should then move one of their legs to be across the other's middle. If you feel like a pretzel, it's probably working. And of course, the images will be on PurePressha.com, so you all can check it out. See if that's something y'all want to get into with your peoples. The sex toy of the week is Deluxe Vibro Balls. These are anal balls. If you like, you know what I'm saying, put some spice in your life, open your life up a little bit. Y'all know I be trying to talk to y'all about everything. We not just out here playing around. Like, we gonna get into everything. And you know, Pure Pressure is about applying pressure in all aspects, not just spiritually, sexually as well. You know what I'm saying? Everybody need to be satisfied. Now you can find the balls on Amazon.com. Adam and Eve. Y'all know I'm always promoting Adam and Eve. I keep saying they need to cut me a check. I'm very serious about that. But you know, just do some research. They have different ones. They have matte black ones. They have chrome. They have, like, you know, the different colors and textures and stuff. Find what works for you and your partner. Listen, a nice little spicy date night. Take your partner to the sex toy store. You know what I'm saying? Walk with me, talk with me, tell me what you like. Show me, go to what you like in the store, and I'm gonna go to what I like in the store. We pick 5 items and come back together and see what we get. You know what I'm saying? Like, spice up your life. No, but thank y'all for joining me today. Episode 8 of Pure Pressure podcast. Of course, y'all know the visuals will be on YouTube tomorrow by 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am about to go out of town, y'all. Tomorrow is the beginning of my birthday month. Pressure, Pure Pressure, all month of April. Tomorrow is the beginning, April 1st, and I'm going to Houston with my babies, my besties. We about to have a ball, so y'all know I'm going to be taking hella pictures and videos and all types of stuff. I might do a little vlog and stuff. Try to add some extra content outside of the podcast to our YouTube channel, just so y'all can, you know what I'm saying, get to know me a little bit better. I know I talk a lot of jazz and I give y'all story times and stuff, but you know what I'm saying, I be trying to get y'all a little something. But anyway, I will be live on tomorrow on CozaRadio.com during the Drive at 5 with DJ Sony every Friday at 5. Y'all know we got some things to talk about. Even though we talk a lot on the podcast, I got some sprinkles. I got sprinkles for y'all. Y'all can also catch me on Monday on Koza Radio for the morning tea. Y'all definitely want to get into that. Tap in. I'm trying to tell you, Koza is going up. Shout out to all the new teammates. Hey, getting money. Okay, we're doing some things over here. If y'all have not jumped on the bandwagon, you might want to do that. I'm telling you, the price is going up. It's going up. Shout out to DJ Lil Lou 2.0. IG, follow him, book him. Don't miss out. I'm trying to tell you, he gets busy. Y'all can follow me here, of course, on Pressure. PR3SSHA _ also on Facebook, Pure Pressure, PRUEPRESSHA. Also PurePressha.com. You definitely don't want to miss us. If you have missed any episodes and you need to catch up, episode 1 through 8 will be on YouTube. 1 through 7 is already there, and 2 through 7 are on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I did choose to leave episode 1 out for my own reasons, but yeah, that is going to only be available on YouTube because YouTube is who been rocking with me from the jump, and we got 100 subscribers. So yeah, now. Anyway, y'all have a great weekend. The kids going on spring break. I don't know if my kids going on spring break and mommy about to go on break. We just about to have a ball. I'll let y'all next week. Later.